I'm Alicia. You can call me Elle. I'm gonna need a little bit of help with this talk. I usually have slides when I present, and I'm uncomfortable without them. So in a move between an imaginary friend and a security blanket, I'm gonna have make-believe slides. I need you to believe. I will, of course, describe them to you. This first one's sort of boring, just my name and talk title. I promise these are the only words on any of the slides. They're too hard to read in this format. I used to put my whole outline on my slides, so everyone knew the plan. Then I saw this phenomenal talk where he only had images, and I realized he was using them to cue what he was saying. But more importantly, they provided an emotional resonance to go along with this fire hose of information he was giving us. It was very effective for me as an audience member, so I've stolen it. Let's go on to the next slide. The classic dog at the keyboard. That represents me. I'm an engineer. Specifically, I'm an embedded systems engineer. That means I write software for things that aren't computers. I've worked on all kinds of devices, things that someone in your family probably has in their home. And I've worked on things that sound like science fiction. I've flown airplanes, I've taught kids to read, I've saved lives, or my software has. And I love what I do. But don't worry too much. I recognize not everybody wants to hear about how to build your first robot or methods for securing your bootloader. I get to talk about what I do often. So when I get too into the excited burblings of technical nonsense, it's okay to imagine a dog typing on a keyboard. That's close enough to what I do. Or a cat riding a Roomba around and around in circles. I do talk about what I do often because I have a podcast. We talk about hardware and software and science and art, engineering. I get to interview people about how they learn and how they teach and how they build. And I happily geek out. Shockingly, people listen. We get thousands, several thousands of downloads every week. It may not come as a shock at this point that I have some experience with public speaking and a little bit of training. And I want to interject with this image of a hedgehog in a fireman's helmet and say, I respect every one of you for whom standing up here is the hardest part of this day. And you do it anyway, voluntarily. I recognize that bravery, but it's not me. This slide is closer. That's an exceedingly wet cat. And I think deservedly so. I'm glad the goldfish look okay. I didn't join Toastmasters to become a better speaker, although I hope it's a byproduct. And I look at the evaluator's job and I think, wow, learning to be a better evaluator, to give better feedback, that would help me in my professional life. But that's not why I joined Toastmasters. I'm lonely. I moved to Aptos about a year ago. I work from home. I run a consulting business. You'd think that would get me out of the house, but no. I seldom meet our clients anymore. I seldom meet real people, real, actual people. And I'm not looking for a new best friend or a drinking buddy. I just realized that after months of interacting mainly with my husband or my internet friends, I need to remember how to interact with people, how to say please and thank you, how to conduct myself around people whose primary form of communication is not through a keyboard. The adorabilis octopus is newly discovered. It is unbelievable with its Dumbo ears and giant head and tiny tentacles, but it's seldom seen, and it's only ever seen alone. I'm an introvert, really an introvert, more of an introvert than you can believe in this second. And I don't meet people because I don't necessarily want to. I have a little bit of social anxiety. The parts before and after the meeting, the chats, the networking that we do, those are the hard part for me. I have no plan, no common ground, no script, no control. This is sort of new, or it's worse than it has ever been before. I've been a lot more isolated since we moved. When I worked in an office or had regular scheduled lunches with colleagues and friends, I got by. But with my move, that all changed, and I forgot that I needed to practice being human. Otherwise, without it, I become a lonely octopus. So that's why I'm here, with you, and I do want to close by saying thank you for my slides. You have a great imagination.